We've got breaking news coming in this evening that a Malaysian airliner with 295 people on board has crashed in Ukraine near the Russian border. The passenger plane was flying from Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur. Interfax news agency claims that the Malaysian Airlines passenger plane was shot down. We don't know who's responsible, but the story is at this time that apparently this plane was shot down with a missile. A Malaysia Airlines official has confirmed that the plane has indeed crashed. The airlines is due to make a statement shortly. The company has tweeted that it lost contact with MH17 after it took off from Amsterdam, and its last known location was over Ukrainian airspace. A Malaysian Airlines aircraft shot down by unknown assailants. Joining us now, Air Marshal Ahluwalia, Headlines Today's Strategic Affairs Editor Gaurav Sawant. We'll have a lot more inputs coming in from Moscow. Here is, just for a moment, Russian television news reporting on this incident. Let's listen to the latest from Moscow.
I seem to be losing the connection with you.
No, we've still got you. We've still got you, Irina. Sorry, we've just lost you there for a moment.
I'm very sorry. The connection here has been catchy. Now, we're also hearing from eyewitnesses that they seem to be finding debris and body parts on the ground, but that of course cannot be confirmed at this point. So, as we're talking about it, there's still not 100% chance that the plane has gone down. I can tell you that actually we were traveling not far from the border between Russia and Ukraine at the very time of the presumed plane crash, and I did see some black smoke in the very, very far distance, and that of course raised some questions, but I cannot of course confirm with any certainty that indeed it was the smoke from the plane crash. I just knew that it was there. So this is obviously a story that is starting to gives a whole new international tragic tint to the events that are happening in the southeast of Ukraine. Obviously, an area already hit with much bloodshed in very recent weeks because of the confrontation that we've been seeing between the Ukrainian forces and the anti-Kiev forces on the ground.
Okay, Irina Galishka on the ground there for us there by the Russia-Ukraine border. Thanks so much for that update. Just to bring you that background information on, unfortunately, sort of similar in some ways incident back in October of 2001. That was when a Siberia Airlines passenger jet exploded over the Black Sea. According to the aviation agency investigation on that occasion, it was downed by an accidental launch of a surface-to-air missile from Ukraine. That was confirmed by Russia, although Ukraine denied it was firing any rockets at the time. The plane was heading from Tel Aviv via Bulgaria to the Russian city of Novosibirsk. 78 people were on board that particular flight. Now, earlier this year, another Malaysian Airlines flight went missing after leaving Kuala Lumpur for Beijing. Now, you'll remember this, I'm sure. It lost contact with air traffic control on March the 8th. The company reported the aircraft missing. A massive worldwide search began for that jet, and as yet no trace has ever been found of it. The ongoing operation to locate that plane is currently centred hundreds of kilometres off the eastern coast of Australia. So potentially
let's go across now live to Moscow. Fred Viers, a journalist from Moscow, is joining us live on this broadcast. Fred Viers, what is the latest that you can tell our viewers about who the attackers were? Who are the people who fired the missile that brought this Malaysian Airlines down?
Well, it's impossible to say at this point, and it may be impossible for a long time to come, because this sort of thing can take quite a while to untangle. But there seems no doubt, if it's a long-distance flight traveling from Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur, it was flying very high, 10,000 meters at least, which is well over 5 miles high, and it's not these small kinds of missiles that, say, the rebels in the east have been using so far, you know, shoulder-held missiles for shooting down helicopters and low-flying fighter planes. You would need a very sophisticated air defense system to bring a high-flying airliner down. Have to be able to pinpoint the plane at that immense altitude and shoot it down. And that's right. In 2001, an airliner, a Russian airliner, was shot down over the Black Sea by a Ukrainian S-200 missile. That's the sort of weapon that would have to be involved here now. And we don't have any reports of that, of the rebels, for example, having it. So it seems likely that it was a state actor, but there'll be a lot of investigating, a lot of blame flying back and forth before we ever find the truth, if we ever do.